Okay, so thanks everyone for joining the series of this webcast. It is the first webcast of the series, and we are extremely excited to showcase and demo what are the new things that we have come up with. We also have some of the demo directly coming from our innovation lab that we are going to share with you today. And it's, of course, it's an early stage where we are going to demo just to our customers so we can get their feedback. So I am here, your host today. My name is Riddhi Modi. I'm a product manager at Provence, and I have with me Ashikor Rahman, who is our technical solution specialist, and you might have heard his voice in a lot of our demos. So, what we are going to cover in today's webcast is how there are two different personas involved, mainly how service team declarative agent can support your end user directly from the teams. So the end users can search knowledge, they can get informed about their service desk hours, about the ticket status, and eventually, of course, they should be able to create ticket, service request directly from the teams, and they can also add notes for their ticket. So in case they want to add something or communicate something to the agent. The other persona that we are going to cover and the other side of the demo we will also cover in this webcast is from the service desk agent perspective, how Microsoft leveraging connected chat that can be enabled in service team. And our service desk agent now can easily collaborate with subject matter expert, or in case of any escalation, how they can easily collaborate with the other colleagues. And of course, they can reach out to end user in case of asking any questions or missing information for the ticket. So this is the agenda for today. And that's it. We will jump directly into demo. So here we are in our usual Teams interface where we can see that all our chats and channels are displayed. Now you can see on the left hand side, you have a service team support agent available for you. So for end user who can, they can, um, they can go here and access the service team support agent. They can, of course, search for knowledge article. They can create tickets. They can ask for ticket status, etc. So here, let's say me being an end user, I'm having an issue with my Outlook today. So of course, I can start asking and talking to this agent, just like any other chatbot or the conversational UI that we are used to now. So you can say hello, hi, and when you're wondering that what this agent is coming back with, because the last thing we want is the hallucinated answers. So what is happening here is that once you are asking about any issues that you are having or any problems that is occurring, the service team support agent is looking at the SharePoint documents that you have shared with this agent, and it is available for your public documents, and it is none of the hallucinated answers coming. It is completely governed, like you have control over what documents are can be shared with this agent, and that's the only thing gonna show up here. So basically, if customer is asking that, okay, I'm having this issue, it's gonna, of course, answer based on your curated knowledge that these are the steps that you can perform by yourself. And if me being a not being very technical end user, I can say that, okay, this looks like very complicated to me. I would rather create a ticket. So in this case, you can see that you can definitely go ahead and raise the ticket. So I will say that, yes, go ahead, raise ticket. So you can say that now what's happening here is that service team support agent um, understand your intent. What it is going to do in the background is it's gonna create first of all summary for you, that are you okay with this ticket title, ticket description, And here you have a chance again that if you want to edit anything or if you want to change anything, you don't need to manually enter your ticket title or description again. The agent understands based on the conversation history what issue you are facing. And then that's how the summary has been created. And you can simply say that actually looks good. Create ticket. So what's going to happen is that agent is now connecting with your service team and it is going to create a ticket for you. So me as an end user, I really don't have to go anywhere else, neither to Outlook nor to Portal. I'm anyways working in the Microsoft Teams with all my other colleagues. Most of my apps are here. So I can now access Service Team directly from Microsoft Teams. I can get the ticket I can create my tickets. And additionally, as I said, that you can also ask for service desk hours, or if you want to ask the update for your previous tickets, etc., that you can do that. Sometimes it is slow because, of course, it is creating and interacting with our plugins of Service Team, and it makes sure that the ticket is created. So here now you can see, as an end user, you can see that I got my ticket number. This is the ticket 1034 that's been created. What else I can do with this ticket is that, okay, I realize a bit, the end users, that anything can happen, right? And you realize that, okay, I just submitted this ticket, everything looks good, but I forgot to mention that this is extremely important for me, like without Outlook or getting if my new emails are blocked, etc., it's gonna be a terrible for me. I might miss some of the important emails. So I want to just say that, okay, I want to add some notes for the agent. So add notes in about ticket that it's very urgent for me. So I can also do that. So what's going to happen is that the service team support agent is going to add the note in your ticket 1034. So service desk agent also understands that, okay, how when the agent is working on the ticket, or when triager is trying to put the urgency and impact for this ticket, they understand what is the urgency that user is facing. So this is what the service team support agent the other can is available for you right away in Microsoft Teams. There are other use cases that you can do, and you can ask your ticket status, etc. And now I will give it over to my colleague, Ashikar, who is going to show you the interface, how Service Desk Agent is going to interact using Microsoft Teams directly from the service team. So over to you, Ash.
All right, thanks, Riddhi. So Riddhi, we just saw how easy it is to using the agent to create the ticket. Now she's just handing it over to a service desk agent. So let's say I'm the one who is working on these tickets. So I'm just coming back to the same ticket, guys. Here, this is the 1034 ID, and here we can see Copilot, basically the agent there already defined the name. It's not exactly what really pays there, but it's basically in a generative way. I can see there is a title, and also the ticket classification has completed here, meaning we have an autonomous agent working behind looking into the title. So if it's something relevant to, let's say, Outlook or email, it's going to select those service area, category, and subcategory automatically based on the situations or the keywords. Now we do also have the urgency and impact based on which it's already calculating the priority. We can see it's a priority one ticket, the response due in time and resolution due in time as usual there. And just assign the ticket to myself as well so I can see it under the assigned stage. Now the next piece that Reedy was talking about, she added a note here. So just to see how it looks like, I can go to the activities tab here, and you see the notes. That's what the urgency note really just posted there, and we can see it live right into the ticket here. So that's just an overview of how the ticket looks like with all the information it's basically coming through. And including the notes and the priorities and different service classification there. Now, as the webinar today is about teams integration and how we can interact and get some help from different teams just from the application out of the box feature. So we are going to look into that teams integration. So if you look at this chat in Teams, I can open that up, and what I could do here is I can, rather than opening up any other chats that I had or I was associated with, I can just create a new connected chat for now, right? So that's going to open up a room for me with my colleagues. Or if it's a particular team I need support from, I can add those participants from there. So let's just create a new connected chat. Now it's asking for the participants. So we're just going to do it live and then let's see how it looks like. So let's just say in this case, I'm just opening up a chat with Ridi, that probably she's my subject matter expert in this case, and I just need some help from her to resolve this issue, which is unable to send or receive emails. Now I can select her. This is the chat name, and I can start the initial message here and then just start the chat. So in terms of, and I can also include a note. So if you guys look at here, include a note is basically the ID, the title, contact, and service. So those are already included in there. I can just include a note or I can just remove that. It really depends. But in this case, probably I just want to include the note. And I'm just going to just start the initial message there. So let's just say I'm going to say, hey, I'm reaching out regarding the issue. Several users report they are not receiving Microsoft emails. Their Outlook mailbox is full and hitting the quota limit. And I can just start the chat. Now it's showing me it's connecting. And if you guys look at here, we see this basically message there, the whole message, including that note that this is the ID, title, contact, and all that details. And we can also see that Reedy is basically typing from other end, right? So it's the bidirectional communication that's happening. And meanwhile, we got the response, right? So this is all I needed. Okay, Reedy is like, got it. Okay, please follow these steps. She gave me all those three steps basically required for doing this. And probably I'm just gonna say thanks. I will work on those. And that's pretty much right. It's very fluent. I'm just talking with Riri about how to resolve this issue, and I'm just giving a thanks to her that okay, I got all those steps. Now I'm going to work on this. So now I can just start working on the ticket and just fix those issues that is suggested by my SME. Now, that's just one example, guys. That's just one example of how I can just use this new connected chat for interacting with different teams or I'm part of. Now, in some cases, it probably more than one chat group I'm involved with or I need to follow up with, right? So if you look at the other chats here, let me just close this and opening up the other chats. You see sometimes maybe I'm a part of escalation team or it could be incident bridge or daily triage room. All of them are here to help me to interact with my internal different teams or my colleagues there. Now let's just say think of a situation where we created a major incident coordination or something like that, right? Now it's not just being here chatting with Reedy or any other colleagues internal. What we could also do for further clarification, we could actually go to Teams and we can just create a phone call from there. So for example, if I'm here under a major incident coordination, let's say something really going on and I need some help and I need to talk with the team, 4 or 5 members involved in that, I can come into Teams and exactly what I can do is just I can start an audio call there. And the best part of creating this audio call or the meeting is at the end, we all know that we're using this feature from Microsoft, which is the generative summary, or you could say the AI generated summary, what we can get right after the call. And that record or that summary can be part of this chat as well. So for the ticket reference, we can just put it under the chat, the entire summary, and this could be a part of that ticket history, or you could say the information as well. So that's where we are going basically. So we can see the major incident coordination and the summary right there. Now, the next piece that I wanted to talk about a little bit is how it looks like just to configure this just from the scratch, right? How easy it is to configure and turn this on for your existing environment that you're using now there is just a button or some configurations there. Now I'll just show you guys. So it's easy. It's basically going from the Power Platform. So everybody knows how to get there and pretty much the environment. So all we have to do is just going to the settings, and from the settings we have this integration section where we have the Teams integration. And right after going to Teams integration, you see this page where it's showing turn on Microsoft Teams basically. And on the right side we have this yes option, and it is selected for that particular app we are using, which is the ITSM Enterprise Service Team. And if I just scroll down here, these are the records for that connected chat for Teams, right? So by default, you can see the lead or order account, all those different records. So what we did in particular for this scenario is we added the ticket and knowledge base component because we wanted to create the connected chat from these two different records. So for example, the ticket, the one that you just saw, if I open that up, you see that by default the settings here, or if it's not, you have to turn it on, like the join chat or automatically name chats, or maybe what's more important here, it's just turning on the new connected chat. So this is the important part. And also the message view, so it's basically looking into the all tickets. From there you can create that new connected chat and start the conversation right there. Now, if it's something like if you're looking into a knowledge base component, let's say you need to contact, or let's say I need to contact with the knowledge team or the knowledge manager at some points to get some insights on a particular knowledge base component, I can come in here and turn this on so that I can create a connected chat for that particular purpose. And either way, I can see that the settings are pretty much same, like joining chat from there in terms of getting some help in terms of knowledge. Then I can also see the new connected chats is on there, and the view is my knowledge base components. That's where we're going to start it with. So that's pretty much just from a configuration side. And also, it is not limited to what you saw or what we just configured. It could be something that you're thinking of starting this chat from a change request, right? Something like that. It's just the add record type. So every time you wanna configure that, you just have to come in here, add record types, and you can just have all those different segments, whether it's a change request form or it could be any other form that you're working on that you're thinking of starting the connected chat from. You just have to configure it here and save it and publish it. That's it, guys. Now, that's pretty much what I wanted to show, the interactions and how it looks like from Teams, different chats, and how to configure it from here. Now, at this point, I'll just hand it over to Rudy for the further explanation and just going over the AI features. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Ash. So let me go back to my slide deck and see if I missed anything. So these are the two demos that you saw today, guys, and we can see that most of our customers that we always, whenever we talk with them, they know that our agents, our end users are working in teams. And now we know that you can use these two features, that with the collaboration to improve your ticket resolution time. You can preserve the conversation from the connected chat directly with the ticket record. You have a self-service enable for your internal user. There is no training required because everyone is kind of know how to use Teams. And same thing for the service team to access service team, the teams inside the service team. The settings that Ash showed us, that shows how easy to configure that, and it's literally plug and play. And that is something exciting to be part of, like Microsoft infrastructure, that how Microsoft Teams and Power Apps and everything is connected so seamlessly. So what you saw today is a kind of a shift, right? Like it's not the just the constantly reacting on your support ticket, but also help your end users with your curated knowledge. So they may not even raise the ticket. Also, ability to help them when the help desk is not available. If it's a midnight or weekends, etc., they get some self-help scenarios, and it is all directly coming from your curated knowledge. So the one question, we do have upcoming webinars, so do not miss these two webinars. But the last few minutes I wanted to reserve here was to ask that, is this something that you guys would see using? Maybe it would be good time to spend a few minutes having this conversation to get your early feedback, because this what you saw today is not yet productized. This is directly coming from our innovation lab. We are sharing with you, and we would like to know, would you guys see that using? Do you see any blockers? What is your opinion? We would love to hear some feedback. I see there is something
Yeah.
on the in the chat for sure. And are these metrics available for a reporting aspect to see how many issues the agent can resolve without opening a ticket? Right now, yes, we do not have the reports yet, but that is, of course, the direction we will be heading. Microsoft Copilot Studio would still give you a high level of analytics. So you know that how many interactions have been happened with this AI agent, and you can have some sort of a control over it. So that is definitely there. Apart from that, the other question, let me see if there are any other question. Does the Teams chat content get saved in the ticket? Yes. If you initiate the connected chat, yes. You can, the connected chat would be part of that ticket record and it can be saved. But of course, the visibility would be only for the people who are part of that chat. So it works, it is a works just like a Teams, and this is a preview feature coming directly from the Microsoft. Let's see what else I have. Is there a way to have the chat cleared so it is not an ongoing chat that the whole company can view? Um, can I get some clarity on this? Is this a chat regarding the AI agent or in the AI agent, or is it inside the service team?
I think they have permission now to talk. Let me double check the controls. Okay, unmute themselves. You guys are good to go and just unmute.
Yeah, I think Portia, you asked that if is there a way to clear the chat? Yes. So if you're talking about the chat directly from the AI agent, yes, you can just go and clear the history. So there won't be any chat left, and you can start interacting with the service desk support agent from scratch again. And if you want to know that you want to clear the chat directly from the connected chat, yes, you can delete that as well because it works just like any other Teams chat. Not sure that it would still delete for the other person who was involved in the chat. Our
Sorry,
all good.
I couldn't unmute. So I guess what I'm saying is if you have, 1,800 people and you have you don't want there to be a constant ongoing chat. So it's like if someone interacts with it, then it would just clear like for the next person. So they wouldn't see 1,800 histories of chat like scrolling through. Like how would that work?
And this chat you are talking about, the connected chat?
Yeah, if you wanted to have that channel for people to enter tickets, it's a great idea in theory, but having it open to an entire company with so many people throwing things in there, I wouldn't want it to be this ongoing, never-ending chat.
Um, s- Sorry, Portia, just one last clarification. This chat you are talking about the self-service agent or the
Yeah,
connected chat inside the service team?
the self-service agent.
Okay, so self-service agent has a guardrails. It only does, it's not like ongoing chat. So you can create, either you can search for article or you can raise a ticket. So it's not gonna keep asking you. It's gonna be kind of a loop. If you keep talking just like in any other chat bot, it's not gonna help you because it has a restricted function. It is only there to ask you, like, if you have any issues, and if you talk about an issue, it's just going to give you the knowledge. Otherwise, it's going to create ticket. That's it.
Right. But if you go in and you create a ticket and then I go in and I create a ticket, will I be able to see the one you created before
No,
me?
no, no,
No.
no.
Okay,
So
that's
it
my
is
question. Yeah.
it respects everyone's privacy. It's not open to all. It's just the same. It's the same like you were creating ticket on the portal, where you can only see your ticket.
That was my question. Okay, got it.
Yes, yes. I'm not yet a service team customer, but this feature would be okay. That's not a question. That's really great to hear. What about the other chats, for example? Okay, so the other chats, Mike. So other chats are your just general chat that is going on in your company. That's what the other chats are. So let's say if you were working on two different tickets, and what you had it open was one specific ticket record that Ash mentioned, that connected chat he opened for that the ticket that I created. But let's say you also had another ticket going on where you had some major incident bridge going on. So the other chat, if any update comes in, you can see the update there inside that other chat, which is your usual Teams chat and other chats that are connected to your other tickets. And you can of course go back and jump into that ticket. Did that answer your question?
It does. Just in addition to that, I guess my question was, those are connected chats, but one said escalation. So, for example, if I'm working on that ticket and I'm chatting with the one that the person submitted, and then I want to go to another ticket, like we have one for our entire support team, so we'll reach out to other people in the support team regarding a ticket. That conversation, I guess it sounds like it would not be saved to that particular ticket, so I would have to add those notes, whatever our resolution was.
Y-
I'd have to then put that in the notes.
that's correct. That's
Okay.
correct. If that you will have to do manually,
Hmm.
and if that entire chat was regarding that ticket that you
Hmm.
think that is relevant, there is also a button there that you move this record to a connected chat.
Oh, okay,
Some,
got it.
yeah. So
Thank you.
that also works.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead, Elena.
Hi, thank you so much. So, in my company, we have been using Provence since 2022, and I am I can say the sole owner, if I may put it that way. So, we're doing an upgrade today to upgrade 2.3, the latest one actually. Okay,
Okay.
cool. So my question is, okay, we have got three ways of logging tickets. It's either via the portal, and then it's either via the email that we have created, so that it can auto create a ticket on the ITSM tool on Provence, right? So what
Yes.
I don't know if I'm following right because I joined late. Are you saying that because now there's a connector to Teams, is Teams going to be another way of logging a ticket?
Yes, exactly. So that is what
Okay.
we showed in today's demo, that you can create ticket directly from the Teams, which is not yet
Oh, okay.
productized, which you what you saw in
Okay.
today's demo was like early, like
Mm,
literally the coming proof of concept coming out directly from our
mm,
innovation lab, which you gonna
mm.
soon will be able to use it for sure.
Outcome. All right.
Yes.
So then after the development side have been done on your side, do we need to still upgrade the Provence version so that we can get the Teams feature?
I will get back to you after consulting my team for that, because most
Mm,
of the AI features that we are rolling out is part of our 3.0 upgrade. So if there is a way
mm.
to also ship some of the pieces separately without upgrade, definitely we can let all our customer know.
Please do, because now we're doing an upgrade. Now, as I'm speaking, I'm just baking up the prod, so that we can start the upgrade with one of your consultants. Please let me know as soon as possible so that we can get. I can just inform the stakeholders so that they can be aware. So it's a nice thing because usually we had to copy. Sometimes when you chat with with the customer on Teams, you have to copy and paste, copy and paste. So I think this will be convenient. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Okay, I'll take the next question from Tony.
Hi, Rudy. Quick question. So we do have this ServiceTeam, the Microsoft Teams add-in enabled in our development environment. When we go to start a connected chat, it does pull the subject automatically. I was checking to see, is there a way to pull the default contact of the ticket automatically, or do we always have to add the participants manually?
You will have to add the participants. Also, Tony, this is a Microsoft plug and play feature. It's not a Provance's feature. So if that's the way it works, that's the way it works. It's not something we can enhance at the moment.
Understood. Okay. And the other one, real quick, is you mentioned 3.0 is around the corner. Do we have like a ballpark time range that we can expect it, or?
Yes, it is planned by end of June. And that, yeah, that's the rough timeline, and it's hopefully it's we are just working on a few blockers. It should be out soon.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So I think we are 3 minutes over, and I do not see any more questions. Thank you everyone for attending, and have a wonderful weekend. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Goodbye.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.